So, as translators and interpreters, it's always good to get feedback. We actively seek it from our clients. What do you do if you get feedback that isn't so good? So the first thing is to take a breath. Don't respond immediately in indignation. You want to sit back, have a good look at the feedback. Have they just given you a couple of words, or have they given you some examples? So ask for some sort of background, ask who's made the feedback. Can they let you have some examples so that you can look into it further and see, is it a case of terminology? Is it just they prefer one term when you've used another, but they both have exactly the same meaning? If you've got the benefit of time, come back to it the next day and have a look through. Then you need to present your findings clearly so that the client, who may not be a speaker of the languages involved, can understand exactly what's happened. You can present this in columns to show what the original said, what you've put, what the other person's put, and what those options mean, so that the client can easily see if it means the same thing. Sometimes you find the client's proofreader has completely changed the meaning of the text, which as a translator, of course, we don't have the luxury of making such a change. And it could be that you've made a mistake. And if you have, it's always the best policy to come clean and put your hands up, admit it. Made a mistake, you are only human. And that's what proofreaders are for. So try and just remain calm, be professional at all times. And if you've made a mistake, admit it. If it's not a mistake and it is a question of style, terminology, then explain that really clearly. Use examples so that you can make it understandable for your client. And of course, if you get good feedback, that's great, isn't it? Ask them for a testimonial, ask them to write you a reference letter or review so that you've got it. Save the email in a little folder so that you can look at it when you're having a bad day. And remember that you are a great freelance translator or interpreter, and you've got lots of fantastic clients.